Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Solana, taking a look at what's been going on with that price action and what I think is likely to happen next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into today's video and we're going to kick things off with the 1 hour time frame here. So we have Solana paired up with USDT and we're using Binance as our data source. As you can see, we've kind of hit our expectations on this wave 5 high. This was basically between 67.37 and 73.43. You can see that we actually came in on the low side and immediately got rejected. This rejection to the downside is almost complete, but not yet. I think we've still got a little bit more to the downside to go from an Elliott-Wave theory point of view, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right here. Okay, so we are targeting out just down here on the 1 to the 1.236, essentially $47 to 49.57. This is going to be the low area where we then start to see a reversal, in my opinion. This is going to be a big zigzag pattern to the downside, looking to finish there. Now, we have, of course, met our minimum expectations on the Elliott-Wave theory. You don't have to go down here. This is just typically the area that you'd expect it to on the particular structures that we see here. Now, when we take a look at this from your more kind of traditional ways, we have the 200 EMA, that's the white line. We have the 50 EMA, that's the red line. And then we have the 50 SMA, that is the yellow line. You can see that we've had a death cross here on the hourly with the short-term 50 SMA crossing lower than the 200 EMA. And of course, we have the 50 EMA also crossing the 200 EMA as well, with price action being below. All of this is just negative in terms of price action. Now, obviously, we have to reflect on the fact that these EMAs are only showing you what's already happened. They're not predicting the future, but people's behavior can be reflected in what we see here. At the moment, we can see that we are pushing back up towards the 50 EMA, where we suspect it's probably going to turn into resistance after it being a good level of support, along with that 50 EMA, 200 EMA, and SMA, the 50 SMA there. So all of those are looking like resistance, considering we are up in the overbought area. So everything looks like we're likely to head down towards that 49.55 target range. And obviously from here, we'll then start to think about moves to the upside. So it doesn't look like it's over just yet. Now, from a smart money concepts point of view, you can also see that we finally got a change of characterization into a bearish state of play. Okay, so we can finally see here that the market on the hourly for Solana has turned into a bearish characterization. This happened when we had the swing low on the A wave get broken over this side. Okay, essentially that just gives us this bearish structure, new local low. Now with this, one of the things that is missing is a break of structure. Okay, so we haven't got a confirmation. That will happen when we break this low over here. We'll end up with a break of structure as we head into that C wave on the low side. And so everything here is lining up quite nicely for a continuation to this move to the downside. We have Elliott-Wave theory saying that we still have a little bit deeper to go. We've got smart money concepts saying that we're now in a bearish structure. And then we've got all of our EMAs and SMAs basically indicating that things are not looking great on the 1 hour time frame and that we should probably expect a little bit more move to the downside. Couple that again with the stochastic RSI also indicating to us that things are not looking positive here for Solana on the short term. Take a look at it from a daily standpoint though, we are still tracking for those moves higher. Everything that's happening on the hourly chart right now, I believe, is a wave 4 position of the wave 3. Let me show you. Okay, so from an Elliott-Wave theory point of view, I think we're in the wave 4 before we have that final 5th wave move higher, where we are targeting out $76.91. When we do that, that's going to trigger a wave 3 positioning on the daily time frame, with a wave 1 and a wave 2 being down a little bit lower in the price action. Okay, so this 1.618 target is key in order for this whole entire structure here on the daily time frame to kind of materialize. Okay, so we want to be aware that everything I think that is going on right now is just your wave 4 of the wave 3. Okay, so that's your Elliott wave theory on your daily. You can also see here that we have the 200 EMA, the white line, the 50 EMA, that's the red line, and the 50 SMA, the yellow line, all stacked up below the price action, with the 50 EMA, 50 SMA being above that of the 200 EMA. So everything here from a traditional point of view also tells us that we can be bullish on the market, because on the daily time frame, we are not below those EMAs. We can also see that Smart Money Concepts is in a bullish state of play, with a break of structure to confirm that we are in fact bullish. So on the daily time frame, that hasn't been broken. We remain in a bullish pattern and a bullish structure on the daily time frame. Again, also stochastic RSI down in the oversold area, looking for momentum to shift to the upside, and we are of course looking for that final fifth wave movement to happen up there at the kind of, what's this, $92.68 range. That's going to essentially mean that we're in a much bigger structural point overall. Okay, so for the most part, going to be really interesting to kind of see how that plays out, because again, all of this, if we do hit $92.68, allows us to then take a look at the structures as a big wave 1, wave 2, all of that is a wave 3, will come down into a 4, go up into a 5, and we're into a really, really bullish pattern on the longer term frames. Okay, so really, really interesting to kind of see how all of this plays out from an Elliott wave theory and Smart Money Concepts perspective. So on the daily time frame, everything's kind of playing out as we would kind of expecting it to. Nothing here has been unusual, and we are just basically tracking as we were expecting. Ultimately, we're trying to get to $76.91 for the wave 3. We'll then have a small pullback before we have another surge upwards where we target out that $92. $92.68 or higher is absolutely key for Solana's future bull run, right? It's going to basically tell us that we're in such a big impulsive break to the upside that the weekly numbers that we talk about are going to be absolutely insane. Which, if we take a look at, we can still see that nothing here has much changed from our structural points. We can still see some really good, fantastic runs. And this entire 5-wave pattern that I'm talking about here, being the move up towards kind of $100 from that kind of wave 3, the wave 4, the wave 5 like this, as you can kind of see, gets us out heading towards some of these targets. You don't just have a random 5 waves either. We're either going to have a big retracement at this point here, just a standard kind of, retracement, and then some kind of next kind of big 5-wave break to the upside that could see us with some really phenomenal growth here on Solana. So I think one of the things that we need to kind of do and acknowledge is that everything is lining up quite nicely, but there is still going to be more opportunities to buy cheaper SOL. It isn't something that, we're just going to continue to move up without big corrections to the downside. That just simply doesn't happen. Now, everything that's going on here at the moment is currently sat within a WXYXZ structure, unless we can get above that $92. Anything above $92 is going to allow us to kind of track this more as an impulsive break, and that's going to be what we want on this weekly time frame. Now, obviously, we are up in this overbought range on the weekly and the monthly. That makes it hard to try to double the price of Solana right now. So again, it can be corrective here. We could still pull back, and the bottom might not be in, but I think for the most part, it more than likely is. $8 is something that we probably are not going to see again, but we have to be kind of open-minded to the possibility that maybe if we do not hit these 1.618 daily targets, these ones here at $76 and $92, that we're going to potentially be looking at testing some of these lows again. But for the most part, everything's tracking nicely. So as long as we do hit those daily target ranges, then we are on track for some pretty decent levels where we can see, price between $250 and $600 on the conservative side, or on the bullish side, we can see $2,000 to $7,000 ranges. Okay, so there's a lot of hope here that Solana does insanely well. Now, obviously, there's a ticking time bomb to a degree, because we do need to be able to see Solana's investors remain locked up if we want to see the bullish momentum. So all those billionaires that have kind of, got early in a seed round and private round investment in Solana, their tokens are locked until March of 2025, onwards to 2027. But for the most part, if we can get a good price run, a lot of retail investors do have the ability to get out of their positions before they get dumped on by all of those early seed round investors. So I think it's going to be interesting to see whether the billionaires are going to be doing a lot of over-the-counter trading. Are they going to be holding those positions as the price action starts to really rally? Or Or, are they going to just dump on the market the second that they get a chance? Let me know what your thoughts on all of that are in the comments down below. But I think I'm going to leave this video right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, check it out. Link down below. Till the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.